Welcome to Wrestling Throne. Cody Rhodes stands as one of the most compelling figures in modern professional wrestling, not simply because of the matches he wrestles, but because of the story he carries every time he steps into the ring. The American Nightmare is more than a nickname, it is a reflection of a man who has lived through rejection, reinvention, doubt, and belief, all while chasing a legacy that was never fully realized by the man who inspired him most. Cody Rhodes is walking a path paved by history, expectation, and unfinished business, and with every passing chapter, his fight to finish the story grows more intense, more personal, and more meaningful. From the very beginning, Cody's journey has been defined by contrast. He entered the wrestling world as the son of Dusty Rhodes, one of the most beloved and influential figures the industry has ever known. That name opened doors, but it also created a shadow so large that stepping out of it seemed almost impossible. Fans saw Dusty's smile, heard his promos echo through time, and wondered whether Cody could ever escape comparisons that felt both unfair and unavoidable. Rather than denying his lineage, Cody embraced it, but he also made it clear that his destiny would not simply be a replay of the past. He wanted to honor the legacy, not live inside it. Early in his career, Cody showed flashes of promise, but promise alone was never enough. He wrestled under gimmicks that never fully captured who he was, playing roles that felt limiting instead of liberating. While he gained experience, championships, and respect, there was always a sense that something vital was missing. The audience could feel it, and Cody himself knew it. That frustration became a defining force, pushing him toward a bold decision that few wrestlers at his level would dare to make. Walking away from comfort, security, and familiarity, Cody chose uncertainty over stagnation, believing that real growth required risk. That leap into the unknown reshaped everything. Outside the boundaries of what people expected, Cody Rhodes found his true voice. He became sharper on the microphone, more confident in his identity, and more deliberate in his presentation. Every match felt purposeful, every promo sounded authentic, and every risk reinforced the idea that he was building something bigger than himself. This period of reinvention transformed Cody from a talented performer into a visionary figure, someone who understood that wrestling was not just about winning titles, but about telling stories that resonate long after the bell rings. When Cody eventually returned to the grandest stage, he did not come back quietly. He arrived with conviction, clarity, and a mission that was impossible to ignore. The crowd reactions were immediate and emotional, fueled by years of anticipation and respect earned the hard way. This was not a man asking for acceptance, this was a man demanding recognition. Cody Rhodes returned as the American Nightmare, carrying the weight of his past choices and the fire of unfinished dreams, ready to confront the challenge that had haunted his family for generations. At the center of Cody's story lies the championship his father never held, the symbol of ultimate validation and closure. It is not just gold and leather, it is history, sacrifice, and a promise waiting to be fulfilled. Every time Cody speaks about finishing the story, the words feel heavy because they are rooted in truth. This is not a manufactured slogan or a temporary angle. It is a lifelong pursuit, one shaped by watching his father give everything to an industry that gave him love but denied him that final crowning moment. Cody's quest is deeply personal, and that authenticity is what makes it resonate so powerfully with fans. Inside the ring, Cody Rhodes wrestles with a sense of urgency that sets him apart. His style blends technical precision with emotional intensity, making every match feel like a battle rather than a performance. He sells pain not as weakness, but as proof of commitment. Each comeback, each strike, and each dramatic near-fall feels earned because it reflects the internal struggle driving him forward. Cody does not wrestle as someone trying to impress, he wrestles as someone fighting for something that matters. His opponents are never just obstacles, they are chapters in a larger narrative. Whether facing rising stars or established icons, Cody approaches every rivalry as an opportunity to test his resolve. Wins feel significant, losses feel devastating, and neither is wasted. Even in defeat, Cody's story advances, adding layers of doubt, resilience, and determination. This ability to turn setbacks into fuel is one of his greatest strengths, and it mirrors the reality of life more closely than the typical hero's journey. The connection between Cody Rhodes and the audience is built on shared belief. Fans see a reflection of their own struggles in his perseverance, their own setbacks in his losses, and their own hope in his refusal to quit. He does not present himself as invincible, and that vulnerability makes his triumphs more powerful. When Cody speaks, he does so with sincerity, acknowledging the crowd not as spectators but as part of the journey. This bond transforms arenas into emotional battlegrounds where every cheer feels like a vote of confidence in his dream. Cody's promos are another defining element of his appeal. He speaks with clarity, passion, and purpose, choosing words that feel deliberate rather than rehearsed. There is a raw honesty in his delivery, a sense that he believes every sentence he says. He does not shy away from referencing the past, confronting expectations, or admitting the pressure he carries. Instead, he uses those elements to strengthen his narrative, reminding everyone that greatness is not born from ease, but from struggle endured and overcome. The American Nightmare persona is layered with symbolism. The patriotic imagery, the legacy references, and the emotional undertones combine to create a character that feels both classic and modern. Cody represents tradition without being trapped by it, ambition without arrogance, and confidence without detachment. He stands as a bridge between generations, honoring the past while pushing toward the future. This balance allows him to connect with longtime fans who remember Dusty Rhodes, as well as newer audiences discovering Cody's journey for the first time. As the story continues, the stakes only grow higher. Each opportunity brings increased pressure, and each setback amplifies the question of whether the dream will ever be realized. Yet, it is precisely this uncertainty that keeps the narrative alive. Cody's path is not guaranteed, and that unpredictability keeps fans invested. The possibility of failure does not weaken the story, it strengthens it, making the eventual resolution, whatever it may be, feel earned rather than given. Cody Rhodes' influence extends beyond titles and main events. He has become a symbol of creative freedom, self-belief, and the power of taking control of one's destiny. His journey has inspired countless wrestlers and fans to believe that change is possible, even when the odds seem overwhelming. By betting on himself, Cody reshaped not only his own career, but the expectations of what a wrestler can achieve when driven by purpose rather than comfort. The emotional core of Cody's story lies in its humanity. He is not chasing glory for ego alone, he is chasing closure, respect, and fulfillment. Every step forward is fueled by love for his family, appreciation for the fans, and an unshakable belief that the story deserves a proper ending. That sincerity is rare in an industry often defined by spectacle, and it is what makes Cody Rhodes stand out as a true storyteller. As time moves forward, the American Nightmare continues to walk a tightrope between triumph and heartbreak. The closer he gets to his goal, the heavier the burden becomes. Yet, Cody carries that weight with pride, knowing that the journey itself has already defined him. Whether the story ends in ultimate victory or bittersweet reflection, Cody Rhodes has already secured his place as one of the most emotionally compelling figures of his era. Every match, every promo, and every moment brings him one step closer to destiny. The crowd feels it, the locker room respects it, and the industry recognizes it. Cody Rhodes is not just fighting opponents, he is fighting time, expectation, and history itself. And in doing so, he reminds everyone why professional wrestling, at its best, is not just about winning, but about believing in something greater than yourself. The fight to finish the story continues, driven by heart, heritage, and an unbreakable will. Cody Rhodes stands tall, not because the path has been easy, but because he has chosen to walk it anyway. His journey is far from over, and as long as the dream lives, so does the hope that one day, the American Nightmare will finally see the story reach its long-awaited conclusion. Follow, subscribe and like.